You see, as you age, it gets harder and harder to attract women with looks. This is what I keep telling a lot of Chads and Tyrones out there. Because I know a few of these guys. I know a few. And they don't understand, you know, they don't understand that logic, man. They don't understand that as time goes by, year after year, you start to lose those looks. I know a guy that's Abdul, okay? He's a Chad, basically an Arabic Chad, okay? He doesn't understand, the big slowdown. Because this is what I say to him all the time. I say, dude, have fun while you're still 31 years old, man, because the big slowdown is going to come around. He's like, what? He doesn't understand that big slowdown. I mean, I think he gets it, you know what I'm saying? But he doesn't really get it until, he hits about 35, 36 years old. Maybe for him, the big slowdown might be in his late 30s because he is a high-tier dude. And he has it easy with women, man. He's smashing more pussy than me. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he was smashing more pussy than me when I was in my 20s. But he's still smashing. He's 31 years old, okay? And he's still attracted to women, and he's, getting inside that bedroom with them easy. When I gotta be like on enhancements and I gotta be at low percentage body fat just so I can get a date, I gotta work twice as hard in the gym because he works out too, but he doesn't have to work that hard because he still has a fast metabolism. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta be on that treadmill because of my genetics. I gotta be on that treadmill for an hour. Because of my genetics. And he don't have to be on that treadmill for an hour. He could just be on there for about half hour and he's good. You know what I mean? Because he's still young, But what I'm saying is to a lot of you Chads and Tyrones out there, that looks don't last forever. Eventually, you will start to feel the big slowdown. What I mean by the big slowdown is when there's going to be a slowdown of pussy coming your way. Or I should say a slowdown of women coming your way. The balding starts, the gray hairs pop in, the face starts to sag because, when you're young, you got a tight face. You know what I mean? No wrinkles, very smooth skin. I might add that when you get older, you have rougher skin. You know what I'm saying? If you don't have money to get plastic surgery, then you're going to have to deal with that rough skin. Because as I got older, I started realizing that my skin started to get a little rougher, around 35 years old. And your pores get bigger than usual. And you're like, damn, what the fuck is going on with my face? That's what I thought back when I was like 35, 36 years old. Maybe I think it was like when I was 37 or something like that. And I started noticing there was some rough patches in my face. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm usually, having that smooth baby skin, and it left. You know what I'm saying? I don't have that no more. My eyes and stuff is still there. I can get down to low percentage body fat and still be looking presentable. But no matter how much I work out, no matter how much I use enhancements, I will never get to look like how I looked like when I was 25, 30 years old. It's just not going to happen. But I can make myself look better than what I am right now. So I was talking about the age pill the other day. Because the age pill is what's going to happen to all men. You know, sometimes when I'm listening to C Boogie's, channel and shit like that, and he's talking bad about like men who are old or men who are short, or he's talking them bad about, men who don't have looks. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, this is some young dude shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's going to happen to him too. Matter of fact, it's already happening to him. He's not getting the same amount of pussy right now as he did when he was in his 20s. Same thing with me. I'm not getting the same amount of women coming my way like I did when I was in my my 20s and shit. So, that's that young shit. See, Boogie, man, if you're listening to this video, man, the shit is going to happen to you, man. The age pill is going to happen to you. It just takes time. So I wouldn't be laughing too hard, see, Boogie. Don't laugh at men who used to be in your shoes, because eventually you're going to be in their shoes in the next 5 to 10 years. Matter of fact, in the next 8 years. Probably before that. You know what I'm saying? You still got looks. Don't get me wrong. You still got some type of looks around 40, but it's not going to be as it was back in 2005 and 6 and shit. But that's why I say a lot of men, you got to prep yourself for the future, because them looks are going to run out. And you're going to need money to attract women your way. You're going to need status to attract women your way, because what are you going to do when you cannot attract them with looks anymore? When you get to be 47 years old, 48 years old, like Snoop Dogg. Snoop Dogg, he's no longer that young buck anymore. And because of all his drinking and marijuana usage and shit like that, he has hit the wall big time. So he's going to have to pay a young chick that's 21, 22 years old to sleep with him. That's life. All men are going to reach beta buck status. No matter how you slice it, no matter how you cut it, you are going to be one big trick once you get into your late 40s. Once you hit that 50-year-old mark, you better have resources by the time you get to be 50, because these females are not going to deal with you, man. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to deal with you being broke. The reason why women come toward older men around 45, 50 is because of resources. Stability. Older men got stability. Older men can provide them with a better lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? But if don't reach a certain age and you don't have your body together, you don't have your money together. You know what I'm saying? Don't reach a certain age. If you don't have that shit together, you will be incel. That's it. Why do you think I'm like running toward my fucking goals with urgency right now? I'm treating this shit like it's like, the fight of my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm running toward my goals with urgency, because I know that I see a lot of men that are out here suffering. They're like 45, 50. They're out here suffering because they can't get a date. They can't get a woman to date them because they don't have the resources. You know what I'm saying? They basically just screwed their whole entire life over, or they just fucking just didn't put in the work when they were young. They didn't set themselves up for resources in the future. They didn't plan for their future. They just like let time go by. They were pussy hounds, and wasted hella time before you knew it. And before they know it, they looked up at the clock, they're 47 years old. One day they look up, they're like, damn, I'm old now. That's how the age pill creeps up on you. It creeps up on you really quickly. or really quickly. It doesn't come slow. You know, my 30s went by just like that. You know, I didn't even want to turn 30 or 40. I mean, I didn't want to turn 40 because I hate it. You know, I didn't even really celebrate my 40th birthday. I was more depressed than anything. You know, you think I'm just happy to turn 40? I'm using or losing my fucking youth. I'm losing my youth. I'm losing my hair. I'm losing my looks. You know what I'm saying? You know, and things are getting a lot more expensive. It's getting harder to pursue goals. You know what I mean? You know, so the age pill is real. And, you know, I agree with, even though I don't really like C Boogie because me and him got into an argument a while back, or he kicked me out of his fucking chat room, right? But I agree with him, man. The older you get, the more of a resource you are to these females. You know what I mean? That's the bitter pill to fucking swallow, man. That's a fucking bitter pill to fucking swallow. Because one day you had the world. You know, you was 20-something years old. You were getting pussy left and right. You were getting, you know, blowjobs on a regular. You're busting nuts all over the place. You're fucking 40-year-old women. You're fucking 25-year-old women. You're fucking 19-year-old women. Because you're around 25. That's a sweet spot. You know what I'm saying? You got looks. You got a full, like, head of hair. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got no gray hairs. You know what I'm saying? You at the prime of your fucking life. You know what I'm saying? But as you get older, those imperfections start popping up big time. You know, I already got like gray hair growing in my fucking growing area. I be shaving that shit off, but that shit grows right back. You know what I'm saying? And of course I got like gray in my beard and shit. That's been there since I was like 33, 34. I started getting some gray in my beard. That been there. You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about like dyeing that shit. You know, your hair, you start losing your hair and shit. You know, because you're constantly like shaving your head. Like me, I'm losing my hair. I'm not lying. You know, I started losing my hair like a while back. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm always wearing hats. And that's the reason why I shave my hair all the time. I got to shave it because, you know, I'm losing it. You know, even though I can grow it out like a fro or whatever, but this is top. The top is not growing as thick as the sides, or it's not growing as long as the sides are. Basically looking like fucking Bozo the Clown and shit. You know what I'm saying? So prepare. You're going to need that money to meet you in your mid-40s and your late 40s and your 50s and shit. You're going to need that money because you're going to be no longer able to attract women with looks or game. Game don't work when you're 47 years old or 50 years old. Game is not going to work. Maybe it'll work when you're 40, you know what I'm saying? Because you still got some youth around 40 years old, but it ain't going to work when you're 45, 50 and broke. You know what I'm saying? These females are going to want you to come to the table with some assets. They're going to want you to come to the table with some tangible shit. And you better have that checkbook. You know what I'm saying? When you get to be 45, 50 years old, you better have that checkbook because these females are not going to want to deal with a 45, 50-year-old man. You know? So I advise you to get that checkbook, and I advise you not to drink or smoke to keep some of that youth around. I quit drinking. Haven't had a drink since Christmas or around Christmas. You know what I'm saying? And I already look more youthful and shit. Got clearer skin, you know, whiter eyeballs. You know, that's what I'm saying. But anyway, I'm going to end this video. Prepare for the future. If you're in your 30s or 40s or whatever, you can change. You can fucking stop doing the stupid shit that you used to do, like drifting, blowing your money on alcohol, chasing hoes, being delusional, and shit like that, man. You know, thinking that you're still young, because you're not young. There's a lot of guys that think they still that 25-year-old dude. And why I say that is because there's a lot of dudes that are like 40, 45 still hanging out at bars and clubs chasing women. Okay? They still think they still got it. You know, but you don't. Because your record shows that you don't have it. You know what I mean? How many women have you pulled out that bar as a 45, 50-year-old man? You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of dudes going to bars. They just not getting chosen by women at all, man. When I was going to bars and shit, I used to see like older guys sitting over in the corner by themselves. They probably got some stability and shit like that, man, but they old. They sitting over there by themselves, and all they could do is fucking look at them young girls standing over there across from them, just looking. Can't even go over there and spit no game or nothing. Dude like 55 years old. You know what I'm saying? He's done. You know what I mean? I used to see that shit too when I used to go to bars, and I used to see younger women across the fucking way, and the older guy would be sitting over there in the corner just wishing he could go over there and talk to them young females. But they act like he don't even exist. He basically the grandpa of the bar. You know what I'm saying? He's like 45, 50 years old. Can't holler at them females. You know, like I said before, nowadays stability is not going to work for like for older men who are 55, you know, and around that area, 45, 50. It's just not going to work, dude. Because these women got their own money now. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to date like an older dude. You know what I'm saying? Because they got their own money and shit. You know? They're going to date younger dudes or dudes around their age. You know? And, you know, a 45-year-old dude, he's not going to want to deal with a 45-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? So everything is all fucked up right now, man. Like I said, stability for older man doesn't work nowadays. You're gonna have to come with a lot more than that. You're gonna have to come with at least, you know, $1 million a year, $2 million a year. You got to be making a lot of bread to attract young females nowadays. That's on the real, because just having a pension or being stable, you know what I'm saying, that ain't gonna work nowadays. That ain't gonna work. The odds are too fucking stacked. There's too many men to compete with. Bring the checkbook, and it better be, you know, a lot of money in that checkbook. A lot. Not just, you know, a few 100,000. We're talking about a few million. I gotta go. Subscribe, like, comment.